Hey there, Calc kids. I'm going to try to do this 3.1, 3.3 review using my iPad. So we will see how this goes. Clean some stuff off my screen. It's kind of gross. Okay? That's because I used this fancy dancy paper technology. So that's what you guys have to deal with. Okay, now for this beast, we're using this formula, right? So our A is 2. This is our f of x, right? So first I have to find my f of 2 plus h, which is equal to 2 plus h, or 3 times 2 plus h squared. So we expand that out, right? And I have to move around here. So we get 3 times 4 plus 2 plus 4h plus h squared, right? This is also known as 12 plus 12h plus 3h squared. Okay? Yeah. So, next thing's next. We have to find our f of 2, which is just going to be 3 times 2 plus 2 squared, which according to my calculations is 41698 pi. I'm sorry, why did I do 2 plus 2? 3 times 2 squared, which is going to be 12, right? So then I take this equation and I subtract from it this equation, right? So I have 12 plus 12h plus 3h squared minus my 12 all over h, as h is going to 0. 12's cancel, right? H cancels, so you're left with 12 plus 3h, but now your h is going to 0, so your answer is 12. Okay? Okay. Alright, let's take a look at this piece. First thing you want to look for are your horizontal tangents. You have 3 of them. Those are the spots in which your slope is 0, right? So we go over about where that is. So if this is my derivative, that's my graph of my slope. So I'm 0 about here, here, because it matches with the x value, here, here, and here, right? Here we go for a little bit more. That's our other 0. Now we come over to this guy. We ask ourselves, what's our slope of this part? Well, it's negative, negative, and it gets closer and closer to 0. So over here, it starts negative, negative, and it gets closer and closer. Remember, slope of this line doesn't matter. It's a representation of slope of that line. Okay? Okay. So, here's what we do next. From here to here, my slope is positive, but it goes from 0 to closer to 0. So it's positive, 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 positive. You have to come back and hit that 0, right? My slope from this point to this point is negative, and it gets closer to 0. So again, you kind of swoop, and you come back to it. And last but not least, this entire thing is positive, right? So, there we go. Got it. This beast, it would be differentiable if this was just the original function, but because of this point here, it makes it, well, we know it's not continuous, because you have to take your pencil off. And that means you cannot take the derivative of this point because you don't have, your left side and your right side derivative do not match. Okay? (3b), is it continuous? Yes. Draw without taking off my pen. Is it differentiable? No, because there's a corner. Corners you can't take derivatives of because your left and right side derivative do not match. This one, continuous? Yes. Differentiable? Yes. Number 4, find the horizontal tangents. First, you must find y prime, right? y prime on this piece is equal to 2x plus 8, right? So now you set that equal to 0 to find your horizontal tangents. It's at 4. Negative 4. Okay? Again, take derivative, set equals 0. Sorry guys, I'm going rapid fire. Find dy dx of this beast. Okay, so this is my uv. Gotta do u prime v plus uv prime. You can notice I write this a lot of different ways. They're all saying the same thing, guys. This must be on my paper. I'm trying to wipe that off my screen. My u is 2x squared plus 1. U prime is 4x. V is 3x to the third minus 2x. V prime is 9x squared minus 2. Oh no! A little bit crooked, but we can make it work. Okay. So now I just plug it in. My u prime times my v plus my u times my v prime. Just leave it like this for this current test, just because we won't have time for you to do it the other way. Okay. Okay. 1 second. This is really bothering me. There's a lot of schmutz on my screen. Now I have 5b. So my u is going to be 2x minus 9. My v is going to be 3x squared plus 4x. My u prime is going to be 2. My v prime is going to be 6x plus 4. Okay? Now this one I'm going to use the formula v prime u minus u prime v all over z bottom squared. Okay? Now you just got to plug it in. You just right. So my v prime times my u minus my u prime times my v all over z bottom squared. Whoa. Going on the edge, man. Okay, let's take a look at this rubbish. Now my u on this one is going to be my x plus 3 times x squared minus 5x. Okay. My u prime is going to be sidebar. My v is x to the third. V prime is 3x squared. Okay? So let's find u prime. Sidebar. Okay. So I'm going to call this a and b. So my a prime is going to be 1. My b prime is going to be 2x minus 5. Okay? So I do a times b prime plus my b times a prime. So it's just 1, so it's just x squared minus 5x. So that's actually my u prime. Now I plug this into my formula, which is right there. So I take my b prime times my u minus my u prime times my v all over the z bottom squared. Phew. Whoa, you guys can't even see all this. Can't tell. Right now this thing's propped up on a box. Okay, find the fourth derivative. So my first derivative is going to be 24x to the fifth minus 9x to the squared plus 2. My second derivative is going to be 120x to the fourth minus 18x. My third derivative is going to be 480x to the third minus 18. And my fourth derivative is going to be 320, well that's going to go away. 3 times 8 is 24 to 144x squared. Okay? Okay. Good, great, Grant. We're almost through this beast. Find y prime of this beast. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is convert this to x to the negative 2. Because now we just make this negative 3 times 12. It's negative 36. Negative 3 minus 1 is negative 4. Plus negative 2x to the negative 3. Plus 2. Bring negative 2 out front, subtract 1 from it, you get negative 3. Oh, this beast is easy. 8x plus 8. That goes away. Runs through, find the equation of the normal and tangent of y equals 4x squared plus 2x at x equals negative 2. Okay. First we have to find y prime. Y prime is going to be 8x plus 2. Then we're going to plug this negative 2 in for it, because that will give us our slope of our tangent at that point. Okay? So you go 8 times negative 2 plus 2 is negative 14 is our slope of tangent. Okay? So now we use our crazy formula, y minus y1 equals our slope times x minus x1. Now for this one, our x1 is negative 2. So you make that a plus. Now to find our y, we have to take this negative 2 and plug it into our original formula. So we get 4 times negative 2 squared plus 2 times negative 2. Okay, so we get what? 16 minus 4 is 12, right? So that's our y1. Okay, so that's our equation for our tangent. So our normal, well remember, you take your slope, you make it opposite reciprocal. So it makes it a positive. Positive times the same thing. Okay guys, hope this helps you. I know I went through rapid fire. Enjoy.